Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this episode, I'm going to be doing my first ride impressions of the Poseidon Redwood. So if you're interested in picking up this bike for yourself, please make sure to watch this video and comment below and make sure to subscribe so you can see my full review that will be coming out very shortly. So let's log a few miles and talk about this bike. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a few things I've noticed since initially setting this bike up, kind of getting it settled in and having everything shifting and braking properly, and obviously giving an opportunity for everybody in the comment section to help me answer any questions they might have to add into my full review. So I'm taking a little break here, and I wanted to go over just a few key points. Again, this is not the full review, this is just my first ride impressions. So I wanted to touch on a few things in this video. One is going to be riding a 650 by 2.35 tire. 2, initial impressions for the Microshift Advent X group set. And 3, just overall aesthetic and ride quality for the Poseidon X. Again, not fully flushed out. So let's go over the tire size. Running this big of a tire is the first time I've ever done this. I have been, for a little bit of background, if you haven't been watching this channel, I have been exclusively pretty much riding my Cobalt Warhawk on 650 by 2.2s, which was already huge, and this bike clears a 2.5. So riding this kind of volume, even with the aluminum frame and aluminum fork, is still super plush, and these Kenda tires grip really well. Now on to the Advent X group set. This is my first time ever shifting with Microshift. I've never owned a group set, never ridden, even test ridden a bike with it. And I have to say, it does shift really well, but I have to get used to the shift logic. This is your upshift into your easier gear. This is your downshift into your harder gear. And obviously it does have the exposed brake cable, which we won't get in that argument or anything like that in this video. Comment below on what you think about it. But the shift quality is pretty good so far. And the combination with this gear range that they do include on this Advent X, I have to say, out of the box, especially for this price point, is killer with this 11 to 48 rear cassette in a 10-speed configuration, and the 38 front chainring, which obviously you can go up or down with later on. And this rear derailleur does have a clutch mechanism in it, so it does help with chain slap. So far so good on overall impressions. I am going to be riding this more with the clutch on and off to see if I can really tell a difference with that in the full review. And again, comment below if you have any questions about the drivetrain specifically. I'm going to be doing an independent review of just this group set by itself, as well as a comparison video of this versus the Sensa group set that I've ridden on the state bike all-road. So make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Now let's go over the basic aesthetics and impressions of the ride quality for the Poseidon. Aesthetically, I have to admit, I haven't never owned a green bike, but this army matte green really does have a tough kind of look, and a lot of people do say they like it. Now in person, this is a full-on matte finish with almost a British racing green, army green kind of color combo. Now it does feature obviously your fork mounts and the big tire clearance that we mentioned before. It is a full aluminum fork, so obviously that is going to be a lot heavier than a carbon option, but they did that for strength and stability, especially fully loaded. And overall ride quality, I have been, again, very impressed with because of the tire size. I think really does make up for a lot of the aluminum frame. Now I haven't ridden this on any other tires or wheels, so I can't say how this bike would ride obviously on a smaller tire set, but I've been initially very happy, and it is very stiff and responsive, but it does ride very differently than the Poseidon X. And I will be doing a comparison video as well on this channel between this and the Poseidon X on what my opinion is on which one you should buy and why. So make sure to turn notifications on so you can see that video in the future. So I know that was quick, again, not going over all the bike, just want to give you my initial impressions and thoughts to hopefully spark some ideas for the comment section below so I can answer all those in the full review. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn notifications on so you can see all the other videos I'm going to be doing with this bike in the future, as well as you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description below, as well as a link to my Pateron where I do offer really cool perks at the different tier levels to help support this channel so I can make even more content and do this full time. And lastly, thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in today. Like tutorials and quick and fix tips.